What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to walk you through our active new construction development pipeline. What's under contract, what's sold, what's currently under construction, what's coming next, and where we are headed over the next several months. If you're new here, my name is Corey Fields Jr. I'm a builder, investor, and developer out here in Atlanta, Georgia. So as of today, we've got 13 projects, 17 units total, with rates sitting just above 6.5%. And we got roughly just over $10 million moving through this pipeline. Now, this isn't everything that we've got lined up. There are several new acquisitions that I didn't add in here, as well as a couple other projects. But this is majority of our active pipeline right now. So let's go ahead and start with the spec builds. Now, the specs are the ones that we own, and we're finishing up what I consider round one. And round one was the first batch of houses that we started this year. And ideally, all of these should have been finished up much earlier. But between weather, city delays, waiting on water meters, gas meters, inspections, and everything else that comes with new construction, this timeline got pushed back. But I think we're still making pretty good time on all of these. Granted, the fact that we got a late start to the year as well. So more houses sold, Monteal sold, Oakmont's under contract, and then Northwest Single Family hit the market today, and then Site 1 will be on the market next weekend. So as far as getting them all wrapped up, we are looking pretty good. And then we've got round two. Round two is simply just the next batch. We like to break it up, what we're going to tackle the first half of the year, and then what we're going to tackle the second half of the year. So that's round two. Now, of round two, Oakmont, Thompson, Hill Street, all three of these are the exact same plan, and it's a new plan that we are going to be introducing to the market. One that we haven't built in a while. We built it before, but it's been a couple years since we built it. It's a 4.3 and about 1,700 square feet, and I think it'll do pretty well. And then we got Furno over here, and this is also a new plan. It's a 3.2, 1,300 square feet. It's a little bit of a different layout, but it's just as efficient to build as Morehouse and Monteal, which is the same plan that I talked about in my last video. And lastly, for the single families that we own for round two would be the Dillon lot split. And this one, we're just splitting it up the middle. This one, we should see that permit here really soon. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on that one, showing the plan, what we got going on, etc. So that is it as far as the specs that we own, that we're wrapping up, and that we are getting ready to start. And then outside of our own specs that we own, we also build for other investors / developers, right? They hire us as their builder to manage and execute their projects from start to finish. So right now we're finishing up round one. Like I said, we like to break these projects up into what we're going to tackle the first half and the second half of the year. And all of the duplexes, we got JPB, CMA, and Connolly. All these were in round one, which we are wrapping up. The one that's closest to completion would be JPB. CMA, we had a setback. Someone went in there and stripped all the wires. It was a homeless person, some crackheads, which I'll make a separate video on that as well, and how we went about all of that. And then Connolly, we got all that sheetrock in there this past week, so they should be in there hanging, mudding, and sanding throughout this next week. And so that's it for round one for the investor builds. It was the duplexes, and then round two, we've got another set of single families that I'm also going to make individual videos on. And then finally, we got the developments, and these haven't broken ground yet. We're still working through the engineering, entitlements, and all of that. But we should have those wrapped up here in the next couple months and be able to actually start the infrastructure on both of these towards the end of the year. So that's what we got. The focus over the next couple months is going to be getting round one completely across the finish line, right? So getting Northwest Single Family sold, Site 1 on the market and sold, and then also getting all these duplexes wrapped up. So in tandem with that, we go ahead and start round two, which are already all lined up, and now we're actually starting each and every one of these except Dillon next week. We'll be starting tree work, starting grading on all of these. So we're getting a jump on these and getting ahead of those, so that way we can wrap these up and get these sold before the year's out. And then lastly, we got to continue to feed the beast. We got to keep buying land, we got to keep buying lots, and we got to keep finding more deals, because if we're not feeding the pipeline today, then we won't have projects to build 6 months from now. So one of the big priorities for us right now is continuing to pick up more deals and pick up more lots, so that way we can start planning ahead for 2027. So the main goal right now is getting 2027 lined up on the acquisition side. And that's where we're at right now. I'm going to keep documenting the progress in all these projects as they move along. Next week, I'm going to show you guys the finished product on site one. But that's all I got for this video. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.